Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. You got Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. That's me, the Lone Ranger. Why do they call me the Lone Ranger? Because I arrange loans. I'm not the Lone Ranger. That would be a individual person roaming the range. And I am not an individual person roaming the range. I am an individual person loaning money to arrange loans for great people just like you. Maybe you're looking to buy a home or refinance a home, renovate. Maybe you want to build a home from scratch. Could be any number of things. Maybe you're a veteran and you want to refinance and lower your rate. Maybe you're a veteran and you want to purchase a home. Do you know that I've been specializing in VA loans for 35 years? Do you know how many times I get calls from veterans going, yeah, I can't use my VA again because I've already used it once, or I already own a property and I've got a VA loan on it. Not true, not true, not true. The information a lot of you veterans getting is not true. Why don't you go to somebody that specializes in that looks out for his veterans? That's what I do here. 407-706-3313 for Orlando, Tampa Bay, 813-213-4009. That's for 813-213-4009. Or go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. And I'll get your application started right there. FHA, VA, USDA 100% financing, first time home buyer conventional, second home purchases. You want that beach condo? You want to buy a little vacation home? You want to buy a place up in North Carolina, Tennessee? I can help you with that too. Whatever you need. Investment. You want to buy investment property? I am an investor and I help investors every single day. Why not go to somebody that does it? Can walk you through the pros and cons. What if you got adult children and they're renting right now? Why don't you help them buy a home? I will help them and I will guide them through the entire process. Believe me, I've done it with both my kids. I've done it with all my friends' kids. I'm doing it right now with my buddy Alan's two daughters that are both veterans. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. You just need the proper people to help guide you in the right direction. Otherwise, probably not so much. Like fixing your own credit. Don't fix your own credit. Have it, consult with a professional. Most of you, and whatever you do, don't hire a professional credit repair company. You heard me. Don't do it. Do not do it. Matter of fact, Lexington Law, who's the biggest, is under so many doggone lawsuits, and there's all kinds of things going on with them. Don't do that. Stop spending money to fix your credit. I'll show you how to do it for free. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you are renting right now, I just want you to think about how long you've been renting, how much you pay and rent, and then multiply that times how many months you've been renting. And then when that makes you barf, then you call me up and I'll help you get into a home. And anybody that says renting is better than owning is poor. Okay. You will not look around the room and look at the room, look around your office and go, hey, Susan, do you own a home? No, I rent. How much do you have in your 401k? Yeah, I really don't have much of anything. John, do you own a home? Yeah, I own a home. Great. How long have you had it? 5 years. You have any equity in it? Yeah, we got about 100,000 in equity. You got a 401k? Yeah, I got a 401k. Go around the room and ask who owns a home, and I guarantee you the same people have money in their 401k and have money and equity in their home. My son lives paycheck to paycheck, but he's got great credit, keeps his bills to a minimum, and he has $180,000 in equity in his home. He's 27 years old. He bought it at 23. He's got 180 grand. Now listen, with his income, he couldn't save 180 grand in 10 years, but it did it for him in 3.5 years, 180 grand. Man, I'm telling you what, he's already looking at house number 2. I'm going to get him into all kinds of real estate. My daughter's going to be buying a house soon. Come on, let me help your kids. Good gracious. They're only getting in their own way. Stop it. I can help you. Then if you need a real estate agent, I hand pick real estate agents because I don't think most clients do a very good job. And once you pick your own real estate agent, I can't fix it. And when I see the way they're negotiating for you, it makes me sick to my stomach because you are leaving money on the table because you chose a real estate agent that you liked. Now, I hope it wasn't a Zillow realtor that you went online because that's the biggest mistake you could possibly make. And most of you will don't stop by and pick the agent that you went to a listing on. They're the listing agent and they're representing a seller, not you. That's like going to the opposing counsel in a lawsuit and asking them how to plead your case. Stop that. I will fix that. I will get you a real estate agent. They do not pay me for the referral. Not one red cent, not a dime, not a penny. They pay you up to 25% of their commission back in your pocket. That's what they do for you. That's why I hand pick them, because you're going to get the right one. Even listings, I can help you with all that. You get 25% of their commission up to $10,000. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't that make it easier and a great real estate agent? And if you pick a relative, you even made a worse mistake, because when they screw it up, and you're going to have to sit across from the turkey on turkey day and look at them in the eye and go, you moron, you totally screwed me on this. So don't do that. And if family is putting pressure on you, just say, hey, look, I just as soon not mix my money with my family. So I'm going to let the loan arranger help me find a real estate agent. You know, I service 90% of the loans I close right here. Everything's done in-house. I want to talk about hurricane season. It's hurricane season right now. That means that if a storm is within about 500 to 800 miles, all insurance policies will get cut off. So if you're in the process of refinancing or buying a home, you might want to make sure you get your policy all under control. And if we have a storm approaching, bind it before closing. Normally, I don't advise people binding policies before they go to closing, but in this case, you'll need to. If you have questions or you want great insurance companies to help you, I will be happy to give you a referral for a great insurance company. Then I go on to my favorite topic, and that's solar panels. I hate solar panels. I'm just going to say it out loud. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate what solar panels do. I don't hate the fact that maybe they can save a little money and energy. But here's the problem. They aren't saving you any money. The money that you're saving in the solar panels, and then you're paying interest on that, whether it's a lease or purchase, then every 15 years, your insurance company's going to want to get you a new roof. You got to do something with the solar panels. Who's going to take them off? How much does that cost? Where are you going to store them? Will any of them break? Oh, of course not. None of them break. Then you got to have them reinstalled. Will any of them break? Who's going to reinstall it? Now you're reinstalling solar panels on a brand new roof, and then your roof warranty just went to hell in a handbasket. And insurance companies, they don't like solar panels because they do damage to roofs and they create leaks. So here's the thing. That's the first problem. Then the second problem is they put liens on your property. And when they put a lien on your property, it's very difficult to get that lien released for you to refinance. So if you bought a home and you got a 6.75% interest rate and you want to call me when it rates hit 5.25, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to have those things removed. I got a siren right in my back ear here. I'm sorry if you can hear that. But what are you going to do? You got to have to have these things removed to get a new roof. And the insurance companies don't like them. What are you going to do? Now we got to get a lien release to refinance. So most of the time, these companies are going to accommodate, but sometimes they don't. I had 2 transactions recently literally died because of solar panels. One, I got a client approved to buy this guy's house, but he couldn't qualify to assume the solar panel loan. So the deal fell apart. I could get him 400,000, but he couldn't assume the $30,000 solar panel loan. So the seller lost, the buyer lost. So he had to go out and find another house without solar panels. Then I had one where the guy was a foreign buyer and he was buying the house and he was paying good money for the house, paying full price, but the solar panel company would not let him assume that loan because he was a foreign buyer. So he couldn't assume the loan. So that deal fell apart. Then I had one the other day where, by the way, if you do solar panels, do not do a PACE lien through your taxes. And these builders that are building homes with solar panels are all doing PACE liens. Guess what? You cannot refinance. You can't get the lien released to refinance. So whatever your rate is, expect that rate for 30 years, unless you want to pay off the county that's going to have the lien on that PACE lien, because they can't subordinate. They won't subordinate. So I had a deal recently where a deal fell apart because the client was buying a home that had a PACE lien on it. He was going to pay $450 for the house, and the PACE lien was another $45,000. But they wouldn't subordinate to let the first mortgage go through. So the seller couldn't sell and the buyer couldn't buy. That's solar panels. Welcome to the new age of vinyl siding. That's what that is. They're vinyl siding salespeople. It's BS. Don't do it. Do not do it unless you want to pay cash for them. If you want to pay cash for them, then that may be fine, but don't get a loan on them. Don't. Go borrow the money from your 401k. Do a HELOC and pay cash for them. I'll get you a HELOC and you can pay cash for them. But don't do solar panel loans. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. 407-706-3313. That's my Orlando number. That's a direct number. That's not a call center, folks. Or Tampa Bay, 813-213-4009. Write that down. 813-213-4009, or webringyouhome.com. We got solar panels covered. We got hometown heroes covered. We got the fact that I'm a national lender. I'm number one. I'm 1% in the United States for production and mortgages. 1%. How do you like that? And I'm right here in your backyard, and I return calls. Try doing that with the rest of the 1%ers out there. I don't think so. I don't think so. But here you can meet with me. I do Zoom meetings. I do personal meetings. I shake hands. I look you in the eye. You can meet with me. You go to one of these internet lenders, and as soon as you have a problem, you get ghosted. What are you going to do? Stop into the guy's house because he works out of his garage and you thought he was a big company and he works out of the garage in Hoboken? Give your head a shake. You get what you pay for. Don't get led down that path. All right, first-time homebuyer programs. I want to talk about them for all you first-time homebuyers. Do you know that if you buy a home and it's in a USDA location, we'll look it up for you. You don't have to put any money down, and the sellers can pick up all your closing costs. So you buy a home for no money out of pocket. Unbelievable. Veterans, same thing. No money down. We'll get the seller to pick up your closing costs. It's a no-brainer, folks. Then FHA, I have 100% FHA loan too, but most people decide to put 3.5% down, which is standard. 3.5% down. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer. It's flexible with credit scores. I can get the seller to pick up all your closing costs. I can do interest rate buy downs. I did one the other day with my buddy Cleve Lumlin, and we put a client in a property. Seller's agent said, no way my seller's paying that much in closing costs. And this is what I'm telling you. If you guys pick the wrong realtor, that's what my client would have gotten, because the agents would have believed it. But no, I went back and said, no. We're going to walk if you don't pay this much. They paid that much. And I did a 1-1 buy down. The guy got, matter of fact, no, excuse me, it was a 2-1 buy down. He's got a 4.75% start rate for the first year. 5.75%, then it goes to 6.75%. Now that's not a rate quote for you folks, because I have to give all kinds of disclaimers. So I don't quote rates on the air because there's too much shenanigans. Any mortgage company that's quoting rates on the air has to give all their shenanigans, and it's never what you think it's going to be. So don't fall for it. My name's Bruce Woodburn. They call me the Lone Arranger. You can reach me now at 407-706-3313 or 813-213-3013. 888-888-4009, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. When we get back, I'm going to talk about what the Fed's going to do to the Fed rate, and I want to talk a little bit about builders and the opportunity there. Go nowhere. I'll be right back.